to my channel. My name is Kayla. I like to tell scary stories that I find fascinating on the internet. And I have two for today. Much better. Much better. Today's story is called Willow Garden. The Willow Garden is a scary poem that tells the story of a young man who got a young girl pregnant and then decides to kill her. It's based on an old Irish murder ballad known as the Willow Garden, or Rose Connolly, and a traditional Irish song called Raising the Bow. I'll leave links to both stories below so you can read along. Down in the Willow Garden, my true love and I did meet, and there we sat a-courting. My love fell off to sleep. I had a bottle of burgundy wine. My love she did not know. And there I poisoned that dear little girl, down by the banks below. I drew my knife right through her heart. It was a bloody night. I threw her in the river then. It was a dreadful sight. My father always told me the money would set me free. If I did murder that dear little girl, whose name was Rose Connolly. Now he sits by his old cabin door, and he's wiping his tear-brimmed eyes. He's mourning for his only son, out on the scaffold high. I've traveled the world over, and I knew someday I'd go to where the fires are burning down in hell below. My race is won beneath the sun, and the devil's not waiting for me, for I did murder that pretty little girl, whose name was Rose Connolly. Ooh, that's kind of creepy. Okay, on to the next story. This one is called Ticking Clock. Ticking Clock. Perfect. Give this video a thumbs up if you like the first story, and continue watching because we're on our second one. The Ticking Clock is a short horror tale submitted by Mare Bear Ballad. It tells the story of a girl who is about to become the victim of a maniac. So her noises. My name is Bridget. I have lived an ordinary life. I've never been in any danger before. My parents are quite well off, and I have a lot of friends who care about me. However, I only have an hour to live. Tick, tick, tick. The ticking of the clock counts away the hours of my life. Right now, the clock reads 5 minutes to midnight. Tick, tick, tick. How could you have known that my mom and dad went out to a dinner party tonight? Tick, tick, tick. The incessant ticking of the clock is driving me insane. It all began with the ornate vase that is sitting in the parlor downstairs. Yes, I know it sounds silly, but all of the events can be traced back to that one piece of pottery. Allow me to explain. About a month ago, my parents took me to an antique fair. After browsing through an assortment of odds and ends for a while, we came to the auction room. The item that folks were up for a bid was a beautiful vase. They said it was from Crete. It was engraved with the image of a Greek lady on the front. My parents fell in love with the vase and decided to bid on it. The auction went on for a few minutes, and the bidding got higher and higher. Eventually, my father outbid out all the other collectors, and we ended up taking the vase home with us. As we walked away from the antique fair, a fat man approached us. He was sweating profusely, accosting my parents just as they were about to get into the car. His tone was urgent, and he told my parents that he wished to buy the vase from us. He simply had to have it, he said, and he would give us anything we wanted. My stubborn parents refused to give up the artifact. He glared at us and spat on the ground as we walked to our car. I thought that would be the last we would ever see of that unpleasant man, but I was wrong. Earlier this evening, I was checking my emails when I came across a message that read, "Give me the vase or die at midnight." Tick, tick, tick. Right now, the clock reads 5 minutes to midnight. How can that be? It was 5 minutes to midnight when I started telling you my story. I checked the clock. The minute hand is not moving. Taking the clock off the wall, I examined the inside. None of the gears are running, but I still hear the endless ticking of the clock. Okay, I'm trying to ignore myself with it. Behind me, I hear the closet door swing open. Turning quickly, I see the fat man standing there. A slight smile on his sweaty face. He is tapping two sharp knives together. Tick, tick, tick. Ooh. Wow. That was spooky. Hope you guys liked both of those stories. So give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Hit the subscribe button. Leave comments. Give me some stories. Like if you find stories, leave them below. Yeah. You want me to read. So yeah, like, subscribe, comment, hit the bell. And I will see you in my next video. No, on to the next. Yeah, on to the next. Next chapter.